Hi, everyone. If you're actually watching this, I'd like to say thank you for taking the time to do so. Uh, I appreciate it, and for those of you who actually finish the entire video, I really appreciate it. I'll try to keep it short. Today is April 3rd, 2015. Exactly 1 decade ago today, at around 7:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, my mom died. I was sitting in our media room, and my dad came in, and his face was just beet red. I've never seen him like that. And he said, "Do you want to say goodbye to mommy?" So I went with him, and we went into his room, and I opened the door, and I remember feeling like, I remember whenever I describe the feeling, I say that it's a fighter jet flying into my stomach, and I don't entirely know what that means, but that's how I've always described it. Uh, Everything just kind of went white, and the next 5 or 6 hours just kind of felt like a haze. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years, but she had been fighting the cancer for about 8 years at the time, and she eventually just that was when she had finally lost the battle. Um, but I'm here today, and a lot of people have said that losing her made me stronger, and maybe they're right. I don't know if I necessarily disagree with them, but at the same time, I'll never be as strong as she was, and I'm okay with that. Trying to be is good enough for me. More importantly, and the reason that I'm doing this instead of making some soppy Facebook status about it is because it wasn't my strength that got me through all of this. It was the strength of everyone, all of you, all of these people who have just been really amazing to me, and really made it possible for me to be something more than I ever thought I could have been. And yeah, I'm not there yet, and I hope I get there, but the fact is, I wouldn't have made it here at all if it's not for all of you guys. So that's why I'm making a video. That's why I really appreciate it if you guys actually watched the entire thing, because it's you guys that really got me through everything. So yeah, it blows my mind that it's been 10 years and I've actually made it here. Uh, Whether I'm strong or not, the bricks were too heavy to carry on my own, and sometimes they still are. But since the beginning, I've never been completely alone. I've always had people there for me to help me and lend me some of their strength. And that has been what really made me strong. So, to commemorate the 10 years it's been since I lost my mother, uh, I'd like to offer thanks to the people who have always been there for me. The people I couldn't have done it without. First, as I'm sure many of you know, because I really don't say it enough, Spencer, you really are my brother. I love you, man. Seriously. It never mattered how much you had to deal with on your own, how much you had going on in your life. You were always there to lend a hand every single time. And I can't repay you for that. And Tyler, we really are brothers. I know it was kind of rough for a while, but I'm glad we finally got to where we should be. And you've helped a lot too, so thank you. Sean, thank you as well. I know on the surface we seem very different, but it means a lot to me that you don't go by that. And I know that no matter what, you've got my back. All right, so for everybody else, there's a lot of you, so I'll try to keep this quick. Colton, you're a great friend, and I don't give you enough credit. I really appreciate the way that you honestly just tell it like it is and stick it to me when I need it, because there's a lot of times when I kind of let things, I don't know, I don't really necessarily think about things entirely, and you help me do that. So really, man, thank you. I really do appreciate it more than I let you know. Liana Shakula. I will always remember the bus rides where we talked about everything, and high school would have been a lot more difficult without you. It helped so much, more than you'll ever know, I think, to have somebody like you there to talk about all of these things that were very important to me, especially with my mom, because you were always there to talk about her. You actually helped me realize a lot about her that I don't know if I would have noticed on my own. Jessica Taylor. I'm so happy that we became the friends that we are now. I had no idea that we would actually be friends. We probably shouldn't be, considering how much of a hipster you are, but you are a fantastic outlet for talking about just whatever needs to be talked about. It's nice having a really true friend around all the time to just talk about whatever needs to be talked about. Of course, Mackenzie Enos. I know we don't talk much right now, but we did, and I know we are still friends, so that's cool. I really did value your advice. I know how genuine you are, and you really go in places. So keep going, because I appreciate everything you did for me, and I'm sure other people will do what you do for them in the future. To my cousin Joe, I love you, man. Really, you've always felt like more of a brother to me than a cousin, and it sucks that I don't see you much. The whole 6 hour apart thing kind of difficult, especially with your new Air Force stuff you got going on. But it means a lot to me that you're always there for me too. I love you. Which brings me to my insane friends here at SUNY Oneonta. Kat, Adam, I know that things get I know that we kind of argue sometimes, considering the fact that we have to live together. 3 people in one room doesn't necessarily work super well usually, but I think it worked out pretty well for us. I know you don't always follow all of your advice, but it means a lot to me that you guys are still there for me anyway, and I'm really glad that I did end up meeting you guys, because this whole college thing would have been a lot different without you guys. Same goes to Mikey Higgins. You're the little brother I never had, so that's kind of cool. You're a lot more mature than you give yourself credit for. So thank you for having an interesting, different kind of outlet to talk to. Next, Ben Dewar. You are one of the single greatest teachers I've ever had. You are by far the best professor I've had, or instructor I've had at college, and the best that I kind of expect to have. You really opened my eyes and made me start thinking for myself. And it's don't underestimate the effect that you have on people, because it's really something, and I appreciate it more than I think you know. So thank you. I'd also like to thank a lot of my high school teachers: Mrs. Sullivan, Mrs. Mosman, Mr. Lucasen. You were an amazing coach, and you're one of my inspirations in high school. Mr. and Mrs. Goodell, Mrs. Crigliano, Mr. Mattice, also an awesome coach, Miss McDonald from middle school, who inspired me to, and all of you guys inspired me to keep going because you saw some potential in me that I never could have seen on my own. So thank you very much. It really means a lot. And now just so many people have helped me, and there are so many people who I can't get to, and I apologize if I don't name you. You deserve to be named. If any of you feel like I didn't get to you all, please message me and I'll tell you how you helped me, because everybody's helped me in some small way. But the people that I could think of off the top of my head that definitely deserve some recognition are, in no particular order at all, Christine Lofazo, Sarah Johnson, Jesse Mann, Gabby Sarah, Michael Linsky, Kara Rutledge, Rob Shamuski, Megan Bulris, Beth Walters, Mike Kane, Brittany Bennett, Dan Joseph, Taylor Doolittle, Avery Herkel, Mary Stockhauser, Caitlin Troy, John Luke Rivera, Mike Teichman, John Mazzoni, Morgan Mills, Brooke Smith, Gabe Zampano, Elliot Counters, Ashley Zarnecki. Like I said, I know there's a lot more names I didn't get to. I know a lot of people. It makes it a little difficult to put everybody down on paper and actually, speak right to you with your name. So like I said, if there's anybody who feels like they want to talk about anything, or if they just want to know why I didn't put your name in, just shoot me a message and I'll be happy to help. Because you guys have all helped me. And the world is not the place that my mom wanted it to be. She wanted it to be a place where people helped each other. And she went way out of her way to do that for people, which is why I try so hard to be a good, kind, helpful person. And the fact that all of you guys were there for me to do that, you guys would have made my mother proud. So thank you very much. And have a good rest of your day. Thanks.